BYU quarterbacks, real quick before we get back to the NBA.
Yeah.
Where are you guys at on Jaren Hall? Because you know that the New Mexico Bowl is tomorrow. I don't know where they're playing that game. I believe it's in Tennessee.
Dude, it could be the Montana Bowl and nobody would care.
Yeah, I don't think anybody cares. The New Mexico Bowl tomorrow, 5:30 Mountain Time on ABC. BYU and SMU, who's a 4-point favorite SMU is. Jaren Hall, we do know, will not play. And the question again is, should Jaren Hall come back to BYU? And I think he's coming back. I think if he wasn't coming back, he'd have said so by now.
Yeah.
He would not be, if he wasn't coming back, he would not be limping down a stairway off of a jet at the New Mexico Bowl. He would be preparing for the NFL Combine.
Mm-hmm.
And my point in all of this is, who's the next quarterback at BYU? Is it on the roster? Is it Cade Fennegan? I think the kid deserves a shot. I mean, he obviously this was his freshman year. I think the kid deserves a shot. And there's so many people that are down on this guy, and I don't understand why. I think he has a real chance. Again, if you treat him better than you treated Conover, in my opinion, he has a real chance to be a QB1 at BYU, and I don't understand why so many people are down on him.
Yeah, well, and I think the whole concept of, hey, this guy or that guy deserves a shot hasn't been real good for BYU. You know, you look at the way the Conover situation played out, and not that Finnegan's in the same position Conover was in, but I think that guys who are not like bona fide, gotta play him guy, they struggle at BYU because there's not this sense of, hey, well, you know, this guy is redshirting, so why don't we develop him? Why don't we, you know, let's get him some first team reps in the week when Jaren's got his fill, or let's get him, you know, like let's take those opportunities. And so, like, I think what happens is that leads to a struggle in backfilling a guy like Jaren Hall, because like it or hate it, Jaren Hall has been a good quarterback at BYU. The injuries have been a struggle, obviously, but I think overall, you know, he's been a pretty good quarterback. And I just have this sense that heading into the Big 12, you damn well better have a good quarterback, man. You've got to have a guy, whether that's Jaren Hall or Finnegan or someone else you go and get, Drew Pine, you know, whatever. Like, you got to have someone that can come in here and be reliable. And hopefully Jaren can stay healthy.
Yeah, we had a big debate about Drew Pine on the show earlier this week. If you missed it, I just think I would much rather invest in Cade Fennegan than Drew Pine, because Drew Pine's a guy, frankly, that didn't want to fight for his job and try to earn the job again at Notre Dame. What makes you think he's good enough to come in?
Is it too harsh to say he's a quitter?
I think it's probably too harsh, but I look at, and a lot of people said that about Jacob Conover, that he quit on BYU. He never got a shot at BYU. He never got a shot at BYU. They gave him, sure, was he on the field? Yes, he was. But look at the Utah State game last year. The play calling did not set him up well.
Yeah, this isn't basketball where you can just go out and make plays.
No, you when you are a young quarterback coming into a game where your starting quarterback gets hurt, you need some quick outs, you need some screens, and I just think the play calling did not help him. This coaching staff very clearly did not believe in Jacob Conover. He did the right thing by transferring to ASU. He's going to be the guy there. That is his coach. He knows the coach at Arizona State. They like each other. Like, okay, go home. I'm totally good with that. Drew Pine was the starting quarterback the entire season pretty much at Notre Dame. And they said to him, hey, we're going to make you compete for the job. We're going to bring in a transfer portal guy, and we are going to give our other quarterback a chance to win the job who's on the roster. And he said, no, thanks. I'm going to transfer. So, yeah, I think it's probably strong to say he quit. But like noodle arm quitter quarterback that was at Utah last year, that guy quit on the team. Dallin Hulker, you make me want to scream. Dallin Hulker's dad, which is where I should probably just stop because you know it's a problem already.
Yeah.
Dallin Hulker's dad said, you know, we need to transfer from BYU because he was on the team as well, apparently. Dallin Hulker's dad said, we need to transfer to a place that will utilize the tight end and give him the best chance to help the team on the field.
What's wrong with you?
So you wanted to go somewhere where you could be the tight end, like Utah. But you ended up at Colorado State. You quit on the team.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
And you went to Colorado State. You're soft. Drew Pine is soft. That's the bottom line.
If you're any kind of competitor, especially as a quarterback, you know what he should have said?
Man.
He should have said, yeah, give those guys a chance. I'll still be your starter. Give those guys a chance. I'll go out and win the job, though.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
Yeah.
That's sports, dude. Like, it's like, again, like sports is a play-by-play thing. You have to earn your job like every play. And I think that guys don't want to do that anymore. And again, it's this whole bigger picture conversation about how, millennials and Gen Z or whatever were given everything and they don't want to compete. And it's like, no, dude, I think a lot of people who are playing college football right now do want to compete, but you have this sect of guy who doesn't want to compete. Like, the problem for Dallin is that he was getting targets. He was getting reps. That's the problem. That's why I don't understand, like, where you went. If you want to say, hey, it wasn't a rep thing. It wasn't really we weren't getting a chance thing. BYU just didn't feel like a fit for us anymore, and we wanted to go to a fresh situation.
So you went to Colorado State,
which I just don't get.
Dummy.
Yeah, I don't get that at all, dude. So
did Utah not want Dallin Hulker? That's a huge question now. Oh, I'd like to ask Dallin, but he won't return a phone call or a text message because he doesn't want to talk about it.
Everything you need to know.
Yeah. I am. It's so disappointing. Kurt Meyer says, look at Taysom Hill and Tanner Mangum. Jaren has a chance to start a new era in the Big 12. He doesn't, though. You know what the issue with that is? One, he's injury prone. Two, he's going to be there 1 year max. That's not starting a new era. You have a chance with a young quarterback, a Cade Fennegan, for instance, to start a new era.
Yeah.
And the thing that I don't understand about the negativity on Cade Fennegan is you've not seen this guy play. So what do you mean he's not good enough? Because I hear this he's just not good enough. He's got tremendous size. He's got a great arm. The kid's mobile. What do you mean he's not good enough?
Yeah.
All quarterbacks need is a chance to fail. The thing that a lot of us don't think about with the quarterback position, nowadays you're only, in my opinion, given an opportunity to fail, not to succeed. And a guy like Cade Fennegan has all of the physical tools that you want. What is it that you don't like about him? Because I don't understand it. He went to Boise, served a mission. I believe he served in Argentina, somewhere in Central America, I think. Central America, Argentina. Anyway, point is, he serves his mission, comes to BYU, and all of a sudden he's not good enough? What have you seen from him that makes you think he's not good enough? Because that I don't understand.
Yeah.
I don't get it. Jeremy says, Cade has the tools, mobility, arm, likability. Forget the Boise game in 2020. Boise recruits pretty good quarterbacks. Zach Wilson as an example.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't get that. Jeremy Bolton says, Cam, saw that last night. He probably got all the playing time he wants, but no one will care at Colorado State for Dallin Hulker. Yeah, what are you doing?
You went to the wrong Colorado school, bud.
Yeah. Jeremy Bolton, good morning to you, by the way. He says, people forget that Jaren's the only quarterback in 11 years to beat Utah. Yeah, I guess. I absolutely guess. Make sure you hit the like button right now as we talk BYU football on the Monty Show. I don't understand it.
Yeah, I mean, I think people are quick to jump the gun. They want to say, hey, this guy's not good or that guy's not good. And I don't think we should do that. I think these guys should get a chance to show what they can do. I mean, what do you have to lose? You're not going to be a good team in the Big 12 this year. Like, what do you have to lose?
Kurt Meyer says, you guys are getting too big, too damn. Many interruptions, break-ins. What do you mean? What do you mean break-ins?
What does that
mean? I don't know what that means.
Oh,
you mean
ads.
He means ads. Yeah, he's talking about the ads. Well, you're correct.
Well, that's out of our control, man.
Yeah, we don't play those ads, by the way. That's YouTube.
Yeah, that's out of our control.
And we do appreciate you guys. There's been a lot of conversation about this, just on a 20-second side note. There's been a lot of conversation about that we have advertisers on the show, and, well, this is our full-time gig. So, yeah, we're going to have partners on the show. So...
No, but I think what he's saying is YouTube's.
Yeah, no, I understand.
Yeah.
But yeah, we have our YouTube metrics are astronomical. It's crazy. Like, I appreciate you guys so much. I mean, we routinely get notes from YouTube talking about like our watch time on our live. We got a notification yesterday talking about how that we are in the 1 percentile on YouTube of watch time on our live shows. Yeah. We do like 26 minutes of watch time, I think it is. Yeah, I mean, you guys support this show. It's amazing. Talking BYU football. Maybe the coaches nudge those guys out the door because the coaches obviously know they are soft, Roris says, and they don't have an actual chance of playing in the future, and they're taking up a scholarship. I don't believe that Dallin Hulker was nudged out the door. Dallin Hulker was getting reps. I don't believe Jacob Conover absolutely could have been. They could have had their meeting with Conover and said, hey, you're just not our guy.
Yeah.
Because they clearly did not want Conover to be their quarterback.
Yeah.
Very clearly. Very clearly. You know? Jeremy Bolton says, amen. No one has seen Fennegan play except the time against BYU 2 years ago when he was a super freshman. That's what I'm saying. And he's a totally different human being.
How are you gonna say the guy, sucks or isn't a fit or whatever? You haven't even seen him.
Yeah. Skinny Dick Nick says maybe he went to ASU because he got some intel about Jaren coming back. There's a lot of people. But again, by the way, Jacob Conover, I've called him. I've left him probably 3 messages and a bunch of text messages. Doesn't want to talk.
Yeah, these guys don't want to talk about their inner workings, which, again, I respect.
And I respect that.
Yeah, like I get it. But if, like, with Dallin Hulker, I don't get it because you made a really poor decision. And anyway, you can sell me some kind of story that at Colorado State, you're going to get some unique opportunity. And the fact is, you should have gone, if you're going to go to Colorado, you should have gone and played for Prime.
Yes.
But what you should have done is gone to Utah and played for Witt and been the next Brant Keithy or Dalton Kincaid. That's what you should have been.
It is, if you are not absolutely flabbergasted that Dallin Hulker went to a G5. I mean, you went to AAA. Let's see. You were in the major leagues, and you're like, yeah, I want more playing time in the majors. I'm going to AAA. What? So let me get this right. You said you essentially quit a team that's going into the Big 12 and is one of the most successful independently built programs in the history of college football to go to Colorado State. Hello?
So I said, yeah.
I don't know. That does not compute to me.
Yeah.
And what it feels like, and I don't know because they won't come on the show, it feels like Dad made a bad decision. Honest to God, that's what it feels like. It feels like Dad went to Dallin and said, you're being disrespected. You're so much.
Tonto.
You're better than Isaac Rex. So all of a sudden you went to Colorado State. I got to believe that Utah didn't want him. Honest, and I'm not trying to be harsh. You're Dallin Hulker. You were, I think, clearly the best tight end that they had was Dallin Hulker, in my opinion. Because I'm not an Isaac Rex guy like X's and O's on the field. Tremendous human. I think Dallin Hulker was the better tight end. I think he could play at Utah. Something happened. And you want to know what it is? What did we always say in baseball when you were playing? This ain't daddy ball anymore. And I think perception, something had to have happened there.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't make a lot of sense to me that Utah's like, yeah, nah, we're good. Thanks, dude. But you guys are losing your 2 best tight ends. Yeah, we don't want daddy ball here. I don't know what it is.
Bless.
But man.
Yeah.
Ron Nolan says the quitter noodle arm quarterback lost that game for Utah. And then he quit on the team.
We're not going to say his name, by the way.
No, I'm never going to say his name again. Never going to say his name again. Cam said Dallin decided to play G5 conference instead of the Big 12. He did.
Which I just don't get.